just days away now from the start of the 2023 hurricane season. Chief Meteorologist Alan Holt gives us an in-depth report showing the month-by-month breakdown on where storms are more likely to form and why.
The Atlantic hurricane season is 6 months long, running from June through November. The season usually has a slow start, with activity being fairly sparse and primarily in the Gulf of Mexico or southeastern U.S. coast, where the Gulf Stream brings warmer water from the Gulf of Mexico. Warm enough water is one of the keys to tropical development, and the Gulf of Mexico tends to heat up the quickest and earliest. With the coastal bend sitting on the Gulf, early season activity in the western Gulf of Mexico should not come as a surprise if it were to happen. July tends to be another slow month, with the most likely development areas again found in the Gulf and up the southeastern U.S. Hannah struck South Texas in late July of 2020. In August, things start to heat up, quite literally, as more water gets into the 80 degrees and up range, and we begin to see more development farther out in the Atlantic, as well as longer track storms. September is considered the peak of hurricane season in the Atlantic, and this is when the sea surface temperatures are at their warmest and the atmosphere tends to be the most favorable for tropical development. The Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, and the Atlantic can be active, and this is when the longer track storms become a lot more common. October is a tricky month in hurricane season. This is when things start to cool down a little bit and cold fronts begin to move farther to the south. This can deflect storms away from the U.S. Still, though, the western Caribbean and eastern Gulf of Mexico can be prime real estate for tropical systems. Notable, there is no record of a hurricane striking Texas after October the 16th. November is the season finale, and it usually goes out with a whimper. A few Caribbean or southwestern Atlantic storms are possible, but activity really diminishes in November. By the end of an average hurricane season, 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes will have come and gone. And as always, you got to remember, it only takes one storm to change your life.
Well, all great information there, Alan. Hey, a reminder.